The year was 1975. The location, a lonely, winding stretch of highway in Ventura, California, surrounded by thick, suffocating fog and a deadly silence. David had no idea his car would break down on the exact spot where a horrific tragedy had occurred 30 years earlier. Desperate for help, he knocked on the door of an old hilltop house. What he saw inside that night defied all logic. Are you brave enough to hear the story of Ventura's most cursed night? A truly terrifying nightmare is about to unfold. I highly suggest you check your locks, double-check the shadows, and sit very, very still, because the horror begins now. To understand this terror, you must first understand the era. Just an hour north of Los Angeles lies Ventura. During this time, the marine layer, a thick, heavy fog, swallows the Pacific Coast Highway. Our scary story begins on a Tuesday night. David was driving home. The weather shifted aggressively. Visibility dropped to 0. To break the silence of this creepy night drive, David turned up the radio. The music distorted, cutting into harsh, jagged static, a classic sign of paranormal activity. Suddenly, his car gave a violent shudder. The powerful V8 engine coughed and died completely. The lights flickered and died, leaving him in total, absolute darkness. Stepping out, David was hit by an unnatural, bone-chilling cold. He was isolated, with the roaring, angry ocean on one side and a silent, dark forest on the other. He popped the hood, but the engine looked fine. That's when his sixth sense kicked in. He felt a gaze watching him from the dark tree line. It felt human, yet wrong. Desperate to escape, he spotted a faint yellow light high on the hillside. David locked his car and began the climb, unknowingly walking straight into a Ventura urban legend. The hike was grueling, the ground slippery with mud. Standing there was a rotting Victorian mansion. It looked abandoned. Yet a warm orange glow spilled from the windows, the flickering dance of candlelight. Before he could even knock, it groaned and swung open. Inside, the house was a time capsule. Pristine 1940s furniture filled the room. A roaring fire crackled in the fireplace, and facing it sat a figure. The atmosphere was heavy, like walking into a haunted house movie. Despite the fire, the room was freezing, a sign of poltergeist activity.
Excuse me, sir. May I use your phone?
Slowly, the chair swiveled around.
The man was elderly, dressed in a tweed suit, but his skin was pale and waxy like a mannequin, and his eyes were pitch black voids.
The old man smiled.
"You've taken a wrong turn."
David spotted a calendar. It read November 1945.
"Can't you feel the heat? It's starting again."
Suddenly, the fire in the hearth exploded outward in slow motion. The old man didn't burn. He faded into the fire, becoming a silhouette of light and shadow, consumed by supernatural flames. David didn't wait. He fled the burning mansion, sprinting down the muddy hill with the sensation of intense, searing heat chasing him. Reaching his Mustang, he twisted the key. Miraculously, the dead car roared to life. He sped away into the safety of the night. The next morning, David told a local police officer about his night. That mansion burned down in a mysterious fire in 1945, said the officer. You aren't the first to see it. Every year, he comes back. But then, David grabbed his denim jacket and froze. On the back was a large black scorch mark, smelling of ancient smoke. Locals say if you drive past Foster Park, you might still see that ghost light. Sleep tight and check your back seat. You never know who is hitching a ride. If you survived this story, hit like and subscribe for more mysteries. Until next time.